Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this deck guide video, I'm going to take a look at the Lifesteal OTK Demon Hunter. I will tell you all about the OTK as well as show gameplay with High Legend MMR with the deck. The combo of Lifesteal OTK Demon Hunter is very flexible, there are many ways to execute it, but the basic combo that you're doing is based on Ilgenot. Your lifesteal damages the enemy hero instead of healing you. So the basic combo is Ilgenot, 2 copies of Morg Artificer, then Ethereal Orc Merchant on one of the minions to give spell damage +1, and then Fellscream Blast, which you can cast on your own minions. And that's 10 mana to deal 24 damage. 10 mana to deal 24 damage might not sound that impressive, but then there are a lot of variations. First, you can make more Moargs, because you have Philosophy in the deck, so you can have up to 4 Moargs. Then, you might get some discounts on those with Skull of Gul'dan, which will be sweet and allow you to do like 160 damage or 200 damage or some crazy numbers like that, but even if you don't get lucky, in the worst case scenarios, you have a Raging Fellscreamer in the deck, and that's going to discount the first demon that you play by 2. And that means that with a simple Raging Fellscreamer buff, then you're able to get a third Moarg to your 10 mana combo, and then it already deals 48 damage. So if you don't get a Skull of Gul'dan discount on anything, you can have guaranteed 48 damage with this deck. And if you get some of those Skull of Gul'dan discounts, then you can play more Moargs, you can play more Ethereal Orc Merchants, you might be able to play multiple Fellscream Blasts, then you can add some I-beams to go, and that just increases the damage by a lot. There's also a lot of redundancy because you have more Moargs than you need, you have more Ethereal Orc Merchants than you need, you have more Fellscream Blast than you need, so you can use all of these pieces. You can use at least one copy of everything except for Ilgenot, just to survive, and still have the full combo available. That makes the deck really interesting to play because there are often decisions like, okay, can I use this combo piece here? And then I have to wait until I draw the second copy? Or do I try to hold it back, not use it yet, so that I can possibly execute the combo faster? The deck is very good at handling token boards. You have Immolation Aura in the deck, you have Troglaive in the deck, you can afford to spend some of your Moargs together with these, so you can quite easily kill like 2 health, 3 health, 4 health minions. Typically what this deck struggles against is really big minions. You play against something like a big warrior or a dual paladin. They get some really big stuff out there, and that's much more difficult for this deck to handle. There's also one of the decks that really wants to run Acidic Swampoos as a tech card. First of all, of course, you play against rogues, rogues buff up their weapons and you ooze them away and you have much easier time surviving. But also because many warrior decks are running Bulwark of Azinot, and Bulwark of Azinot can deny your combo. So typically against warrior you want to Acidic Swampoos the Bulwark of Azinot so that you're free to combo them down. As for the mulligans with this deck, you typically want Skull of Gul'dan, especially if it's in outcast position, but because most of your cards can be used before the combo turn, you can usually get rid of any early cards that you have left side of your Skull of Gul'dan so that then you can play it from outcast position, in which case you can get the discounts and much easier and faster combos. Likewise, always keep double jump. It's card draw, and the earlier you get to play it, the earlier you get to draw possibly Skull of Gul'dan with it, means that the more likely you are to be able to outcast your Skull of Gul'dan. The rest of the cards really depend on the matchup. Aldrachi Warblades is often very good because some of healing, some removal, that's typically good against most decks, and then if you're up against some token decks, keeping an Immolation Aura is a good idea. Now, let's go take a look at Lifesteal OTK Demon Hunter in action, and if you enjoyed this content, please like this video, and check out my Twitch where I live stream Hearthstone. But this is the rotation-proof version of this deck actually. Not a single card here is going to be lost in the rotation. There is of course the expectation right now that Blizzard is going to nerf this deck. Some kind of nerf patch is coming. Before the rotation. And the expectation is that this is the deck that's going to be nerfed. That's not true. Ooze is definitely in the core set. You can check out the core set if you like, and Acidic Swampoos is indeed part of the core set. Well, they said burst damage, and I believe they were referring to this deck and the Aggro Rogue. So this is the Whirlkick Rogue. In some ways I suppose the more dangerous of the rogue decks. Also Ooze will be useless in this matchup, because they don't have weapons anyway. Well, they do have Nitro Boost Poison I guess, so... I think I want to kill that to prevent them from making copies of it.
Give me that. Not what I want.
Care to make a wager, friend?
Okay. This spectral side is a little bit stuck there in the middle. That's slightly awkward. Let's just need to use it. Draw one card. Oh, I hate that. Am I going to be able to play these? I mean, against this deck I suppose I can. I can free the spectral sight to be played later. I can do that. I can kill some of these. Free the spectral sight to be played later. Then that opens up also like more Arc Beam kind of things to kill 6 health minions, but they might have more than 6 health. So it's uncertain whether that's going to be enough. Alright. 5 health. 5 health is fine. Okay. 5/5 questing is no problem. I can perfectly execute this thing here. So I can open up with the spectral sight. Draw a couple of cards, because I really want to get some cards. Then I can sacrifice one of these Moargs. One Moarg, so that I can I-beam the questing. Alright. And now I will have some more card draw available to me.
What makes something real?
Chandis is slightly intimidating. Not only slightly, right? Double jump if it draws this skull now. That wouldn't be what I really want. There isn't that much damage here yet. I can kill the Chandis with my hero power. So I can do Illidari studies now. I suppose it's got to be the spectral sight, right? I'm pretty low on resources. Then I can't do the Raging Fell Screamer. I suppose it has to be this one. Let's see. An Immolation or a Troglaive. Interesting tools for sure. But not killing Chandis seems so scary and risky. I really don't want that to happen. I think there's a Stimulation or and hero power to the face. Only 5 damage on the board right now. Obviously Nitro Boost poisons are part of that deck nowadays. What outcast cards do I have remaining? I have Spectral Sight, I-Beam and 2 Skulls. Interesting card to Shadow Step. They will get their Flick, so I cannot play more Artificers on the board anymore. Because they will get the Flick. Oh, and Spectral Sight is right there now. And I need to play this here instead of the double jump. Another Moarg, good. Raging Fell Screamer time. I could clear these minions. And I know that I cannot play a Moarg on the board. I have to double jump next turn. Double jump to Skull next turn, right? So clearing this board has its advantages. I think I'm going for the board clear here. With the Troglaive. Let's just do it like that. Next turn is double jump. There's 1 I-Beam and 2 Skulls. So my odds of drawing... There's a Philosophy too. It's 50% to draw Skull. It's still pretty decent odds. Oh. Oh. So wait, they are not running Flick in the deck. That is good to know. And I didn't get the Skull. Ouch. No time to make those. Can I discover a skull? I cannot, but I can discover Nilidari Fellblade. That should be fine. Relieves some pressure from me. But I have nothing that draws cards. And that's a pretty major problem right now. We're drawing one with Sigil Runner. He's not that likely to solve it either. I believe I need to play these cards here. Take down the Deadwin. Just hero power phase here. The Rogue is also very low on cards. But they have 2 discovered Mage spells, which could be significant. Oh, that was very, very strong. You don't usually get things that strong. You don't usually get it that strong. So 2 more wargs will be enough for me. I can spend 1 more warg here, but I cannot spend an Oak Merchant. This one hits over there. Then it's one of the more wargs, one of the bigger more wargs. I'll still have to face tank the 4-2 as well. Which is obviously not fun. It's more healing if I face tank it afterwards. So I need to do it like this. This will take me to 14. But I need a skull top deck. There are 9 cards left in my deck, and I really need a skull now. Oh dear. The opponent got 2 excellent draws back to back. Ha! Look at those lackeys. That was spectacular. Can I top deck a skull, please? Thank you. So 7, 8, 9 damage, 10 damage, plus whatever comes from that, and there's a Mage spell there, so there are some problems, definitely. I need to face tank this, right? So I need to get the Talons out there. Use this Chaos Strike. Oh, now I don't even have to face tank it. Beautiful news. Oh, and wow. And then the Troglay will handle that. Okay. And I get some healing here. Splendid. Now, 3 cards remain in my deck. My skull is not in outcast position. A puzzle box of Yogg-Saron. Well, let's see what's gonna happen. Anything can happen here. Also, it's possible that nothing happens here.
Incredible.
I don't have the Ilginoth. I will take 2 plus 3 damage. That's acceptable. That's acceptable. I mean 1 plus 2 damage. So Rogue has to kill me now. They need to deal 16 damage from the hand. And that sort of Rogue deck is unable to do that. And I will be able to deal 24 damage to them, and they are at 22 health. And there goes the 24 damage. Alright. Can you out program set to give you Lucian Flick? Yeah, but neither of those are in the valid pool of cards for Zephyrus, so it will not. But we'll see. I don't know what I'm going to be playing yet. This time I have had enough time to probably chart what's leaving, what's remaining. But I think the reveal season is going to be really short, so there will be very little time to theorycraft. To theorycraft actual answers. Is this like a spell damage mage? It doesn't look like a secret mage. Is it Mosaki OTK? Are you kidding me? Let's see if this draws a spectral sight. I drew a skull. Fine. We'll draw more with that. Hit him in the face a little bit more. The deck will still be good after rotation. Well, Blizzard has said that they're going to release a balance patch right before the rotation that will address burst damage. So they might kill this deck, but we have no idea, we don't know. But this deck is otherwise fully rotation proof. Every card in this deck will remain in standard format after the rotation. That's got to be Mosaki OTK. I won't be able to free my skull, right? I think I won't. I think I want to kill the spell damage minion here anyway. Double Incanter's Flow means that once they find a gadgets and auctioneer, they're instantly going to draw their entire deck. Instantly. That will happen immediately, at once. So that's gonna be a problem. It might happen next turn already. Probably not. Probably in 2 turns. Can I get to my lethal before that happens? Not very easily. But I'm afraid I might be too slow. Ah, that was a mistake. I needed to play this Moarg first, right? In order to get to free that skull. Because the discount then will be lost. But I couldn't play Moarg and the Eldrazi. Maybe that was still fine. The real problem is that next turn, if they have found the gadgets and auctioneer, next turn they're going to draw the remainder of the deck. What can I do about that? Do I even have enough time to free the skull? I have to play the skull now. I have no outcast spells in hand. 9 cards in hand. I mean, no lifesteal spells in hand. Because the Mage doesn't have a ton of health, so smaller spells might be able to kill them. I don't necessarily need all the possible damage. Okay, so now I have... It costs 8 mana to play 2 Moargs on the board. 6 mana, 6 mana. 6 mana, 7 mana, 8 mana. I can do 24 next turn, right? But I can't do enough this turn. No, with a single Moarg it's never going to be enough in a single turn. So next turn I should have lethal, I believe. 6 mana, 7 mana, 8 mana. I believe I will have lethal next turn. Unless the Mage has a secret. Even if they get the gadgets and auctioneer here now. Freezing my face is irrelevant. Mirror images are irrelevant as well. Not killing the Talnos only adds to my power.
You're paying for my discretion.
Pow. As long as it's one of those druids that have big minions. Guardian Druid, Clown Druid, something like that. Gibbering Druid is definitely winnable with this. Although Gibbering Druid of course can do gibbering things. It's always possible to lose against Gibbelings. Alright. I guess we're double jumping here. I'm trying to get a skull, because all of these cards are cards that I will play in reasonably short order. Gibblings. I have several options here. They didn't make a big commitment yet. Troglaive can of course kill some of these. It cannot kill them if they're buffed properly. Well, there's a lot to think about here. What sort of buffs can they have next turn? If they have like Arbor up, is that a big problem for me? I suppose it is a fairly big problem. It's going to be a fairly big problem no matter what. So I think I just need to do it like this for now. I mean, if they are Lightning Bloom into Arbor up. If they don't, if they have some smaller buffs, then a simple Troglaive can help me a lot here. So they don't have Lightning Bloom Arbor up. That's a piece of good news. I could Troglaive these away before they're buffed. That means that I'm not drawing cards though. But I really want to draw cards. Suppose I'm killing one of those 9 cards in hand. Okay. They could have Innervate Arbor up. That could happen too. Now that I've found the Immolation Aura, I'm feeling a little bit more safe. Because now I have multiple board clear tools. There's the Eldrachi. Hero power down to 2/2 there. Arbor up could still do things. Glowfly Swarm would not be a major threat at the moment. I could just Immolation Aura out of that. Would be good to put them down to 24 health, of course. To make it easier to combo. Arbor up is just such a straightforward answer here. I can get my I-beams to outcast position, but that requires spending the Troglaive. I believe that's an Arbor up. Nah, just a Glowfly Swarm. But there's also a buff. And the buff means that I will have to spend my first Moarg here. Moarg Immolation Aura is needed. If I had Talnos, of course, that would have done as well. Moarg and a bunch of Troglaives just won't do. So Moarg Immolation Aura is going to take 4 mana. I have 1 more mana after that. So I can do the Illidari Studies, just to free up some space here. For Philosophy, Dreadlord's Bite, Outcast, 2 damage plus... That works too. That works really well. Doesn't sacrifice a Moarg. So this is Dreadlord's Bite into the Immolation Aura. Alright. That worked really well. That meant that I didn't have to sacrifice a Moarg yet. I can save the Moarg for later. Now that I have handled 2 Gibblings and a Glowfly Swarm, well, 1 Gibbling was discarded, of course. And I'm also able to whittle down the health total of the Druid, which is useful. Double Nature Studies. That's surprising. I think I'm using a Spectral Sight here. Even though it's not Outcast. Am I serious? I think I am using it. And I'm not using that one yet. I just play the Fell Screamer here. And hit face a little. Obviously this means that I don't have access to Fell Screamer buff later. But this also means that I can do Moarg and Troglaive a lot, if needed. Next turn, for example. And if I can whittle down the Druid's health total, they don't have healing, they only have the armor from the hero power. Well, they have the 1/2s. But I should be able to kill them always so that they don't get to actually hit. So this should all work out. Reasonably impressive, I suppose. This means that I will spend the Moarg. No, it doesn't. I'll just spend the Droggrave and the I-beams. One Drogblade when it goes there. One Drogblade goes there. One Drogblade goes there. I'll have to spend my coin here. One I-beam goes there. One I-beam goes there. I suppose that's acceptable. I could do the Chaos Strike this turn. Or I could try to use it next turn. I'll use it now. Chaos Strike, Hero Power. Hit face a little. I've seen one Glowfly Swarm, one Arbor Up, 2 Gibelings, 1 Bees. Do they have tools to make more boards here? If they had, things could still get awkward. But if they don't have it immediately, then it's probably going to be too late for them. Won't you have put Guidance in your deck? I don't think that's a card you want in that sort of tempo-based deck. I don't want to spend the Immolation Aura. I will rather draw without the discount.
Alas, poor warlock.
Haven't found the Ilgenoth. And I kind of need my Ilgenoth. 8 cards in hand. Okay, strike time. Right. Well, thanks to finding this Immolation Aura, I should be able to answer any board that they're going to play. There's still the possibility of some kind of board with Soul of the Forest, which could get awkward. Here it comes. Here also comes my Ilgenoth though. So, do I have enough mana to do the combo? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this works. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. This becomes now 2 cost. And then that one gives spell damage to Ilgenoth, and then we Fell Scream Blast a little bit over. Well, we can Fell Scream Blast over there, it doesn't really matter where we Fell Scream Blast, we deal at 24. So again, like in these matchups that are a little bit faster, I try to whittle the opponent's health down to 24. So that then I can pull off combos much faster as long as I find Ilgenoth. I don't have to wait for some huge combo. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.